Hey everyone, this is Robin Pike with Crafty Stamper, and today is January 11th of 2026. I wanted to go over a few things that I've been playing with and kind of show you the difference in some of the cards that I've made. I don't know if you've seen this one or not, but I did post it yesterday on Pinterest and on my Facebook page, and then on my blog, and the dimensions and everything. So there is a PDF over there for you if you'd like to make this card. But anyway, so today I got it back out and was going to play with a different color. And I decided I would choose Highland Heather because I do think that's a pretty card. This color, this is Strawberry Slush, and it doesn't really show up good on camera. It has more of a orangey red look instead of the pink that it is. So it's a pretty card in person, but just online. I mean, and it's still pretty when you take the pictures and stuff. I mean, and then like you say now, but it just gives a different look to it. I don't know. It just has more of an orangey red color to it. And that's not the case at all because it is more pink. But anyway, so I wanted to come to you today and show you how I did this and then show you another alternative that we can do. And it, to me, it's a little bit prettier than this is, I think. It's my favorite. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to take a piece of white paper and show you what I did on this. And I'm just kind of probably going to be a little scattered here because I'm not sure that I have my white paper here. Let's see. Let me get a piece of white paper. And we're just going to play around with it. And then we'll make the card. But for right now, we're just going to kind of play around. Just have a fun time. All right, let's move this out of the way. Okay, so the first thing I did with this card here is I decided that I would use basic beige on it because if you notice, you have your leaves on here and then, of course, your flowers. So if you did it, say, for instance, in the Strawberry Slush, then your leaves are going to have the outline of the Strawberry Slush. So I didn't want that. So I kind of wanted just a simple color, something that you really wouldn't see that much of. And so I decided to go basic beige. And so I just inked it up. And then we do need our cushion here. Okay. And so I'm just going to put this right down here. Let me scoot up in the view. Okay, and so we have that right there. And this is using the basic beige. So it gives it just a light color. And then we can go in and do our, and fill in. So from here, I want to take, this is the stamp that fills in your color. So I'm going to take the Strawberry Slush. I'm just going to ink this up. And make sure you have it the correct way because there are 3 little buds. I guess these are buds up here. And then you have 4 down here. Or actually, it's more than that. But just make sure that you do line it up correctly. Okay, so from here, we're just going to put this over. It's just going to cover the flowers here. And so I'm going to try not to put my head into the camera view. So I may not get this lined up exactly, but let's hope so. So we're just going to press down on this. Okay. And then we've got that look there. So then our next thing that we're going to do, I'm going to close that up. And I use the Granny Apple Green. And I'm doing my leaves with it. I just got through eating some popcorn, so I'm having to clear my throat. All right. So from here, I'm just going to put this leaf here. And there is two different sets of leaves, and they are different because one, if you notice, this one down here has a little curve to it, and it goes with this one on this side here that I just inked up. So I'm just going to flip it around. Actually, let me snap that off because I think, and you clean it. I think it may be the other side. I think I may have reversed these. No, that looks right. I didn't have it on the right side. That's why I was messed up with it. Okay, you have to put it on the correct side too. It's kind of hard to tell in these. All right, so let's just go ahead and line this up here. Okay, yeah, there's a smooth side. That's the smooth side, and that's the way I had it down. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it actually needs to go this way. And there's a little lip around it here, so it lets you know you're in the right. You've got it on the correct way. Sorry. All right, so from here, I'm going to line this one up, and this is the 3 leaves. Okay. And then I'm going to close this up, and then we're going to put the little yellow inside it. And then here's our little dot that we'll be using for the yellow. Okay. And then we have our finished flower arrangement there. So I think that is pretty. It looks really good, but I'm going to show you a different way to do it. Okay, so our next way to do it, I think I'll just flip it over here, is I'm going to take the outline, and I'm going to make this first to give me some room. I'm going to take the outline here, and I'm going to put Versamark on it. And then I'm going to push it down really good. Okay. And then I'm going to sprinkle it with our embossing powder. And I'm going to use the silver on this. So it's going to give us a silver outline. And there we have the silver outline, and you can just go through here. If there's any silver around through there, you can wipe it off. Let me go ahead and put this back in here. You know what I am going to do? I'm going to take this hello, because I want to heat emboss it too while we're making this, because we're going to finish this card. Okay. And I'm just going to use this paper down here. Okay, we have this little brush here, and we've also got our embossing buddy. And I could have used it, but everything looks good. But it is a good tool to use. I do use it often. Okay. So then we're just going to put this up, and we're going to heat emboss these. I'll get the lid on here. Okay. Move that out of the way. Get that out of the way. And then let me get my heating tool. We're going to put it on high. And we're going to go ahead and heat emboss this. Okay, and that is finished. You can see the shine in it. All right. So from here, I'm going to take our little water brush we have, our water painter, and then I'm going to use our colors here. I'm going to get Highland Heather. I'm going to smash it in the center here. And then I'm going to squeeze out a little bit of water. Just kind of move it around a little bit. And then I'm just going to start painting over our flowers. And you don't have to be perfect with it. You don't carry it out to the ends. You want a little bit of white showing through. So, and then we will go back over it here in just a minute and just kind of darken up some of the places, the little lines that we have in here. And then we're just going to go through here, do the same thing. And I love using this technique because it really does make a difference. I think both cards are pretty. Nothing wrong with either one of them. But I just got out of line there. But we're just kind of just playing around today, so it's okay. I'm trying to convince myself. It does actually aggravate me. I'd rather have it perfect, but oh well. Then we're going to go over these little pieces here. And this goes pretty fast. And like I said, I am going to go over these in the center here. Need to smooth that out just a tad. There you go. Kind of water this down. It got a little too dark. All right. And then we're just going to kind of go back over it here. I'm just going to kind of go around through here. I don't want it to have that much of a line on it, but I do want it to have be a little bit darker through there. All right, that's good enough. All right, so let me hold it up there closer so you can see it. And then from here, we're just going to get our granny apple green, and then you need to get a paper towel, and then we're just going to run the water through this and get the purple off of here. And that was Highland Heather. I'm not sure if I told you that or not. And then let's get the granny apple green. Okay. And then we're just going to and you can make this as light or dark as you want. Totally up to you. If you like it darker, then that's great too. Any of it. It's pretty. Okay, so we've got that finished, and that's how simple it is. I mean, you could take more time with it if you wanted to, but there's really no need in it. So now we're going to take our Daffodil Delight, and we're going to make our centers yellow. Okay. And then it's finished. So that's how quick that went. Okay. So then we are going to cut this out. And let me put the lid on this. I'm going to cut around this right here. I probably should have done it on another piece of paper because I wasn't really thinking about it, but I want you to see the difference in these two. So you see the difference here. So do you have a preference as you're seeing it like this? I think both are very pretty. Can't go wrong with either one of them. All right, so let's take our Go ahead and cut this. So we're going to use this to cut it with, and it looks like I probably may have cut myself short. That's what it looks like. Well, that wasn't any good. Okay. This is what happens when I do everything on the fly. Okay, so we're going to get this and this. Let's see. I might can make it a little bit smaller than that one. Let's put our next one. And then we might could just change this up some. We could do that. We'll try it. It won't be the exact same, but oh well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this put on here. I think I'll do it kind of like this right here. All right. And then we're going to top on it, and then we're just going to run it through. Will look a little bit different than what the original did, but we may like this one better. Who knows? All right, so now we have this. Okay, and then our next, let's see what we could do. Wonder, see about doing, let's do some silver. And let's see, yeah, make it the silver full out. And let's see what this will look like. We'll cut this out in silver and then layer that piece on it. Okay. Alrighty. Got that. And then I need to cut a couple of more things out. I don't know if that will work or not, but we're going to see. And then I also need to get my hello down here. And then I'm going to use this is out of the traditional label dies. And I'm going to use this little oval piece here. And that's what we're going to use to cut the hello out with. Now I am going to need some Post-it tapes to put on here. That way it won't shift on me. All right, that looks good there. So let's run this through. Okay. And we'll go ahead and put this back up. And then I don't know if you noticed or not, or I don't even think I told you, but this is coming out from the Texture Notes dies. So that's where I got that from. Okay, so got to use this, but I'm going to wait for just a minute and I'll come back to it. So let's see how it's going to look on here. Okay, I think that'll look pretty. So let's go ahead and let's get this glued down. It's going to be changed up a little bit, which will change up the dimensions and things, but it'll be all right. Okay. And I'm just going to center this on here. And I'll tell you what I could have done. I could have probably put a Highland Heather piece underneath here. But that looks good. Nothing wrong with that. All right. And then that's going to go on here. And we're going to take some of our thread. I can find what I did with it. Or we may have to come back to it. Once I find it. Let's see. Okay, well, we'll just come back to that. But I tell you what I did do. I don't know if you noticed or not, but I put some lines, or not lines, I put dots. I put dots in here just to kind of give it a little something. So I'm going to take the Highland Heather and I'm going to take the skinny tip on here. And I'm just going to kind of throw some little dots on here. Just kind of gives it a little something. Yeah. And then I'm going to take, let's see what I want to work with next. I would like to find my linen thread. Is what I would really like to. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to use this. And this is the white and gold. So I'm just going to take it and just kind of put it around my fingers like that. And then I'm just going to cut the end of it. And then I'm going to take some tape, just Scotch tape. And then I'm going to put it around this. And then I'm going to attach it down here. Tell you what, I'm thinking, let's see what it would look like if we put it over this way and did. I guess that would work. Let's just do that. Since we're changing everything else up anyway, we might as well go ahead and change that too. So, all right, so I'm going to put some dimensionals, just 2, and that way they can go on either side of the thread that we're using. Okay. And I'm going to put that right here. See what that looks like. Okay, that looks fine there. And then we're going to take, let's see, we're going to get some of our Highland Heather paper, and this is 4 1/4, 4 1/4 this way and 11 that way, and then 5 1/2 score. So we're going to take that. We're going to get another piece of our silver foil sheet. And we are going to cut it. See where my trimmer is. And we're going to cut it. Let's see, it's going to be 4 1/4. So we're going to do 4 and 5 1/4. So let's see what that looks like for us. Okay. All right. So that's going to give us that look there. And then we're going to take a piece of white. And we're going to cut it. Let me get a piece of basic white. Okay. And we're going to cut it. Let's see, that was done at 5 1/4. So we're going to do 5. And we're going to do 3 3/4. Okay. And Okay, y'all, what did I just do? Yep. Oh, there it is. It's underneath here. Let me move that out of the way. So we're going to put this on here. And now, once we do that, we're going to glue this down. And then I'm going to run this through the embossing folder. And I'm going to do the Lovely Stripes embossing folder. I think that's what it's called. Yep, Lovely Stripes. So we're going to run this through. And I'm going to line this up with our line inside here along the Stampin' Up line. I'm just going to put this on here. Okay. And then close it up. And then on here, we're going to need plate number 4, and we're going to take the plate 3, both of those off. So here, and we're going to run this through where it folds over. Don't put the open end through first. All right, so let's go ahead and let's put this through here. Oh, I think I got it in here crooked. Now, see if that goes through better. What am I doing? I got another plate. Oh, something else that you need to take off. I didn't realize it was sitting on here. But this plate here, plate number 2, needs to come off. All right, so let's try that one more time. So now we're going to push it through. And it still isn't yet, but I guess I'm a little weakling here. Okay. Now we can set that aside. All right, and then we have this piece. And I like the way that it curls the silver foil on here. You could, if you don't like that look, then you could just put the white through, run it through, and then you can put that on the silver foil. But I kind of like that look, so that's why I chose to do that. Okay, so that's going to go there. Let's see what this is going to look like. So then we're going to have that here. And changes it up a little bit. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's put this down. Make sure it's even all the way around. Okay. And then just push on it to where all the glue gets into all the grooves. Okay. Then we've got this. Now I'm wondering what it would look like to have a piece of the lavender color behind there. I don't know. Let's try it out and see. Let's get a piece of the Highland Heather. It's not lavender, it's Highland Heather. And let's cut a piece and see what it looks like in behind there. It might work, it might not. I don't know. All right, let's see what we would need. We would need it to be cut about 5.5 by 3. Let's try that and see what that would look like. 4.5 by 3. I like just playing around like this. This is kind of what I do when I'm just working and trying to figure it out, you know. Just try to see what works. All right. So I do like that in behind there. I think that looks really nice. It does help give it something. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to glue this on. I'm not sure if I like my hello on that side or not. I kind of feel like it's in the wrong spot. What are your thoughts on it? Leave me a comment and let me know. Okay, and I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. And I'm just going to center this top to bottom, side to side. Does that look even? I think that looks even there. Okay. So now we've got this card and this card. You see the difference in them? Lay them down like that. Let's put some embellishments on this. Okay, let's see what I've got here. I did have some purple ones on my desk. Now, whether I can find them underneath all of this stuff, I'm not really sure. But I tell you what, we could use some rhinestones too on here. Now let's get the rhinestones. And then let me look again and see if I can find the embellishment. I know I have them somewhere here. Okay, well, I don't see them right now, so I'm not going to hold you up. We're just going to go ahead and go forward, and I'm going to use the rhinestones. So let's see. Let's just put a rhinestone here and put one right in here and one here. And let's just throw some more in here. Put one there. And let's see. And right here. All right. So what do you think about that? I think that looks pretty neat. Let's go ahead and finish it. Let's finish the inside. Let's see. Let's go ahead and cut it. I'll cut the inside and then put some silver on the inside of it, I think. So let's do 5 1/4. 5 4. Okay. And then let's take a piece of our silver. And I'm going to cut it by 4. And then I'm just going to take a small strip. So let's just go with that strip there and see. Not anything big, but we're just going to take that and we're just going to place it right down here at the bottom. A little bit of glue on here. I think I'll use my small glue bottle for this. It makes it easier when you're trying to get these little bitty pieces. Okay. All right, so we've got that. And then we're just going to put some glue on this, and then we'll have that card finished. And then don't go away just yet because I do have another one to show you. It is the Highland Heather one, but It's a little bit different than this one. All right, so we've got that one done. And then this is the one that I made and put the dimensions on and stuff. And I tell you what I did, and I didn't catch it until today. And I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but this card is bigger than this one. It's wider. And when this one, I cut it at 4 wide instead of 4 1/4. I don't guess I was thinking clearly yesterday. Not sure that I'm thinking clearly today, but anyway. But yes, that is the difference on that. So here is another Highland Heather. And it looks like this one. I did it to kind of copy that one. But which is your favorite? Do you like, I kind of like that one with the purple behind it. And maybe these should have purple, and maybe they should have the strawberry slush in behind the gold, because I used gold foil on this, and then that's the silver. It kind of makes it pop. But anyway, so there's just a way to put the cards together. And this is just using the stamps that are given in the set. And then this is just watercoloring. So both of these are watercoloring and using the heat emboss on there. But anyway, and then I did use the purple embellishments here instead of the rhinestones here. So, well, all right, guys. I hope this has kind of been helpful, and maybe take stamps out. If you've got this set, get it out and get your watercolors out and see what you think about it. See how it works out for you, and see which one you like best. But it's been fun, and I've enjoyed it. I like to do the heat embossing and then using the water painter and just kind of watercoloring it. I think that gives a pretty look. But both are, all of them are pretty, I think. So, well, I appreciate you hanging out with me, guys. And I hope you have a great evening. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.